with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Now a first carry for their fullback. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Let's go. 70 ending. Check. 44 to Mike. Crunch time, defense.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2 and to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And out of bounds across the... Stopped immediately there. No gain. Time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Jackson going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Check.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. No score after one on EA Sports. Yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Eckler. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Right here.
Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check Hollis.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Check number 6. I'm going to run you over. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I'm coming for you. You mine.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Extending the arm. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football touched it before it went 10-yard.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, check.
Now Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And able to find Green. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more have to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. End up taking a loss on the play. Only person happy now, the punter. Gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
They'll run with Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
What?
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that can get you in big trouble.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's at the Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Here comes the boom!
Here's 2nd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Ready.
Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll drop to throw.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Check 31.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, twisting away. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but...
And now look at him go. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 74 yards. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Eckler. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Check.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Okay, so thought they might go for it here, down late. Instead, they trot out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, 78 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. When A.J. Green is on the field, you never know what you're going to get, but it's usually exciting, and that was certainly exciting.
He's an elite route runner, has big-time speed, tremendous body control, and I love the way he reacts to the ball in the air. He locates the ball a lot faster than defensive backs and makes plays on them, and they often turn out really, really good for Cincinnati Bengals.
Stop your whining. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Hey, time. 45, 45. Mike, 45. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Jackson now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Jackson from the shotgun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Motion, check. Shift. Up. 45.
Jackson.
Come on.
And the pressure gets to him again. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jordan Evans. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's able to get it out of there.
Hello?
Taken right around the 44.
This is not Windows number. Just
6
text
yards
whoever
there on
called
the
you.
return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just going to be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
No problem. Have a good day.
We'll see how they attack him here.
Any day. Check three.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be second and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Yep.
No, sir. They're trying to see what's inside of a rattlesnake.
Oh.
I mean, a rattlesnake's rattle.
Gotcha.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
On second and a long way to go. Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
All day, defense, all day, all day. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Yes, yes. Motion. 45.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Taken from just outside the 30. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A throw in the middle taken in. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Eckler. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's get that ball right here. Check 99. Check 99. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from his own 44 here. Oh, shifty. Whoa. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Come on, set. 52's the mic. Time to go. 99. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot, and oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
We got this.
Once more, here's Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The Ravens going to use the second. As they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here is Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.